Alright, I just installed the Wild Boar Radiator Relocation kit on my 2015 Polaris Sportsman 570. Made my own modifications. I'll talk about that in a second. But kind of just talk about the process, what I changed, what I would do different, stuff like that. I already made a video like this about my snorkels. See my channel for that. Alright. My main objective with this kit was to keep this storage compartment waterproof, or at least water resistant for the most part. So a couple mods that I had to do were instead of putting these hoses through the compartment, they go just in front of it and they come down through here and then through this black compartment right here. You can't even see it. I tucked everything away. But all I had to do was, right there I have a big loop because it had to go into the radiator at this angle, so I had to loop it up and back and all around just to get in at that angle. See right there. But it doesn't look too bad. It gets the job done. As far as this bar goes, it's a project in college that I had to do. Had to make an original design, so I took off the Wild Boar faceplate. I reverse engineered it, put the bolts in the same spots, put in my my American flag design. My buddy machined it for me. I drew it up, he machined it. I added the safety feature. That was the main thing that I changed. It's literally just a pro taper thing. Got it on Amazon. Got it in white to match my quad. But I'll get this opened. I'll show you where I ran the hoses, problems I had. But really no big problems. The only problems I really had were caused myself. This is a hole that I drilled, and it put the kit too far forward, and it would have made it not waterproof. I'll show you why in a second. It's on both sides. I just put in the push pins, put silicone around it so it was still waterproof. It's not that noticeable, but so I'll show you this. Alright, so this is where the hoses go. They go you can see how they're on that side of the seal. There's this big seal right here. All the hoses are just in front. It's not too bad. I mean, the only thing that really interferes with is there's this electrical component right here. Honestly don't even know what that's for, but I need to move that. All the wiring goes through up here for the fan. The fan turns fine. I did have to trim some of the guard out of it, but it does work. This is still waterproof. I mean, there's evidence that water got in, but it's because I like to drive through water like it's a boat, so it's bound to happen. But as far as what I changed with the kit though, it's still the Wild Boar brackets on the side. And then the radiator actually mounts to these two bolts on the faceplate. So what I had to do was I actually had to move these bolt holes. These 4 bolts actually moved. They were here, and I moved them up about 1/2 inch just so that to get the radiator farther away from the box. just so that the fan would have some more room to run that hose under it. In the future, I will probably think of something better than having this hose come out and then over, then back, and then over, and then straight in. Try to think something up. Yeah, special pipe fitting that goes at. Alright, so as far as getting the radiator out to start, that was probably the hardest part, honestly. It seems really easy, but I actually had to take all the plastics off on the front, take my bumper off. I had to take one of the tires off, one whole assembly here off, just to slide it out. This cover right here comes out. You can see where the radiator hose comes out of it. As far as installing the kit, it was really easy. We just used the stuff that was there before, and they provide fittings in the kit. All these plastic fittings, and you just install the new hose right over that. It's really simple. The instructions weren't too great, but it's kind of self-explanatory. I mean, I've seen this kit on hundreds of different quads, so I figured to go with the Wild Boar brand. I'm not getting paid for this, by the way. This is just my opinion, but I think it's the best kit. All the other kits are kind of too flat, doesn't get enough air. I feel like this is great because I do ride when it's hotter out. I don't run insane coolant, but I do run good coolant, so I figured this would be good. This is a brand new radiator. It's kind of a long story of why it's a brand new radiator, but long story short, I ruined the other one. I had to get a new one. So, other things that I modded for this, I got the overflow. If you don't know what this is just as coolant heats up, it's gonna take up more room, or if it's cold, take up less room. So there's a little overflow tank. I believe it's on this side. Yeah, it's on this side. Right here, you just put coolant in there, and just as it needs it, it'll draw from it, put back into it, just as the pressure builds in the system because it's airtight. It's just regular tubing, same stuff that was on the quad before. But yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a great kit. I haven't had any problems with it. Kind of hurts drilling all these holes in my plastics, but needed it. I went out one day and my quad kept overheating, so I just figured it was time to suck it up and make the investment before I ruined my whole bike. Alright, here's an example. I said that the fittings that they provide, stuff like that, just kind of see the hoses right here. Go right down, it goes, I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but it goes right down into the motor. Right here. Yep, there it is. Right there. I mean, it's pretty simple. Another part was draining coolant. I did take out all the Polaris coolant that was in it. I put in see if I have a bottle of it in here, but it's Evans Power Sport coolant right here. It's good stuff. Took about 1.5 bottles, not even. So about 3/4 of a gallon. It's really good stuff. Yeah, I'm really happy with it. Looks nice. My bike was down for about 5 days while I was working on it. There's a lot of trial and error, but overall I'm really happy with it. Saved me a couple times, so. Alright, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment, like, subscribe. I make a lot of videos about this quad, so if you have a quad like this and you have any questions, check out my channel. Thanks.